Hey team, welcome to tonight's team call. Tonight we're going to talk about gold-free zones. So I've been reading the book called The Secret Codes to Success, and in one of the chapters it talks about goal-free zone activities. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that and what a goal-free zone is. It's a time and a place where you give yourself permission not to make any goals, okay? So it's just a time and a place. I'm not saying like with our Plexus business, we make no goals for an entire month. No, I'm talking about you're just going to take a time and a place and you're just going to have no goals. You're going to set no goals for that. So, and there's 4 reasons why this is important. And so I'm going to share my computer because I made this. Uh-oh, hold on. Sorry, I didn't share my computer first. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there's 4 reasons. And so I want you to, sorry, I am going ahead of myself. So I'm not going to share this just yet. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's okay. Stop sharing. Okay, I'm going ahead of myself. There's 4 reasons why you should do goal-free zones, okay? The first one is to avoid burnout. So to be rich and happy, you need to give yourself permission to unplug from work, okay? So we have to take time away from Plexus or whatever job you have on top of that. Studies have found that human beings perform best in spurts of 90 to 120 minutes. Okay, so studies have shown that working 90 to 120 minutes and then breaking from whatever you're doing is where human beings work the best. So you need to unplug from work-related activities. So if you're sitting here working your Plexus business for 3 hours straight, that last hour, you're probably not very focused and intentional like you were the first 2 minutes or first hour and first 2 hours or first hour and a half. So after 90 minutes, he suggests 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, you stop doing whatever you're doing and you take a break. You take a 15-minute break, okay? And the type of goal-free zone activities are meditating, jogging, running, walking, reading a book, journaling. TV is not one of those goal-free zones, okay? So do not watch TV for 15 minutes in between and think that's a goal-free zone. It's not. It's mindless. And so during that time, your mind it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. So when you get done watching TV, you usually just feel drained, dead, tired. You don't feel energized. Where after walking, yeah, you're tired, but your mind isn't tired, okay? And so he was saying TV is not one of those goal-free zones. Number 2, the number 2 reason why to do this is because your worth does not come from your achievements, okay? A lot of us think that we're only worthy if we win an award or if we add people to the team or if we add a customer. And he was saying that you need to take those goal-free activities because it shows that your worth is not tied to your business, okay? Another one is avoid information overload, okay? So if you're working longer than 90 minutes, your brain, it's just too much information for your brain. So he's saying unplug, and when he means unplug, you're unplugging from your cell phone, your computer, your emails, any other electronic devices, the iPad, so anything like that. And the number 1 reason people are so stressed out, poor health and poor eating, is because they don't unplug from those things. We don't, like, I probably today never got away from my cell phone, okay? So he's saying you have to unplug from that stuff. And then the last reason is it allows yourself to reconnect with your authentic self. And all your authentic self is who you really are, the voice inside of who you really are. And he says, have you ever noticed that when you are relaxing, So just relaxing, not watching TV, but relaxing, that you come up with the best ideas. Like, so he was saying, while you're meditating, while you're jogging, while you're journaling, that's when your mind comes up with some great ideas. And so that's why it's important for you to do goal-free activities. Your mind is most receptive to ideas from the nonlinear part of you at relaxed times. Okay, so when you're relaxed, your mind is coming up with all those ideas. Now, this is where I want to share my computer, and I want to give you an activity to do, 2 exercises that I want you to do with goal-free zones. And he has us do this in the book. So let me go back to it. Okay, so I want you to answer these 5 questions, okay? And that's why I put them on a PowerPoint, because I didn't want to just say them. So the first 2 are, what are your favorite goal-free activities, and when do you enjoy doing them? Okay, so for example, some of the goal-free activities I kind of already talked about is meditating, journaling, running, walking, exercising, bike riding, or napping. Napping is even a goal-free zone. He was saying that you want to first start by knowing what the activities you like to do, okay? Then you put them into your schedule. So if you know you're going to work your plexus business for, let's say, 3 hours, well, do 90 minutes, goal-free zone, and then 90 minutes, okay? Because when you come back, you're feeling refreshed. So an example could be you're working your plexus biz for 90 minutes, and then you go and take a nap for 15, so then you come back more refreshed and awake. He also says that if you only do a few activities, okay, do not do like 15 of these activities a day, because that defeats the purpose, and all you're going to do is stress yourself out even more. So he says just do a few of them. Just pick a couple, 1 or 2 of them, and it rejuvenates and renews you, as well as give yourself permission to unplug every 90 minutes. You will be ahead of all the people who are totally stressed out. So he says if you do this and are consistent with it, and you unplug every 90 minutes, then you will be ahead of all the people who are totally stressed out. Okay. The third one, oh, I don't know what I just did, is what negative beliefs do I have about goal-free zones? Who is writing? Somebody writing? Okay, what negative beliefs do I have about goal-free zones? Freaks me out. I thought I was doing that. So some of the examples are, I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have energy. I don't deserve it. I don't have any time because of my kids. So this is the that last one. A lot of us have kids, and so that can always be an excuse. You know, I have 2 kids. I have 3 kids. I have 4 kids. But think of the diamonds like Amy Paul and Bridget Ryan. Like, they have 7 kids, and they still, he says, the people that are high up in your companies are very successful. They do this. They do this all the time without even knowing that they do this. And so, so don't make these your excuses. So number 4 says, when are these beliefs not true? So when you come up with those excuses, because you're going to have them, I have them. He's saying counteract it with something that makes it not true. So for example, you say, I don't have time. Well, everyone has the same 24 hours. Okay, there's not one person that has 25 hours and you only have 23 hours. Okay, we all have 24 hours in a day. Your diamond ambassadors have 24 hours in a day. So you cannot make time an excuse, because they did it, we can do it. He says instead of he says we make time for things that are important. So instead of saying I don't have time, just say it's not a priority. Okay, because you do have time for it, it's just not a priority for you. And that would be an accurate statement. But saying I don't have time, that's just an excuse. What will happen if I don't use goal-free zones? So he's saying then you're just going to keep getting what you're getting right now. And there's no shortcuts. Goal-free zone activities are important for you to give yourself a break and rejuvenate your mind. So he's saying you're just going to keep doing what you're doing now. And if you're not where you want to be right now, then why not try it? Okay. And then he takes it a step further and he says, gain support activity. Okay. So this is another exercise I want you to do. So you take your goal-free zone activity. So for example, walking around the neighborhood. That's something I want to do. So what's stopping me from doing that? Kids, cooking dinner, Plexus, grocery shopping. Well, who do I need support from? Well, I don't have a spouse, but I put it up there because I know a lot of you are married. So your spouse, your kids, your parents, that's who you need support from. And then what form would I like to take, would I like that support to take? So like your kids could do the laundry, cooking, cleaning. Now, if your kids are too young for that, you can hire a housekeeper. If you can't afford a housekeeper, then he says bargain with a friend. Like, because money is just one way that you can pay somebody. There's other ways. He says, what if you start to think like a rich, happy person? What would they do? So just think of Jessica Heffley. What would she do if she couldn't afford a housekeeper? I know she can now, but when she first started the business, what would she do? What could she have done? You know, so start thinking like a successful person, because you can pay people with stuff besides just money. Like money is just one way to pay something. Okay, there's other ways you can do that. And the last thing is he states, and I did post this on my Facebook page because I thought it was amazing. He says the fact remains that you can be rich and happy, but you can't sit there with your excuses, keep doing what you've always done, and wonder why you're not rich and happy. And I think that's so true, is that I know we can let excuses get in our way. I know I can. I've done it. If I'm being honest with y'all, I've done it sometimes. So he's saying you can't have excuses and become rich and happy. So are there any questions? Like I said, I'm just giving you bits and pieces of this chapter. There's so much more to this chapter than just what I talked about. If I was to talk about everything in this chapter, it probably would be like an hour and a half Zoom call, and I was not going to do that. Okay. But I highly recommend this book if you're not reading it. I just do about one chapter a week because he does have activities in that chapter, in each chapter. And like in this chapter, these were just 2. I think there was like 5 activities in that chapter. And I just showed you 2 of them that he had us do. Any questions about anything?
About? I just joined, sorry.
Yeah, I'm talking about that book right there. The chapter called Gold Free Zones. Chapter 7, I think it is.
Okay.
And when I first read the title to this chapter, was like, Goal Free Zone, what is he talking about? Like, I'm thinking you don't set any goals. And he's not saying that you don't set any goals. You set goals for your business, but you have to have those times where you just sit there and you're not working your business. Any questions? Anybody want to ask anything different than this?
I think it's good. I haven't read the book, but I know for me, if I'm doing something too long, it's lost my attention. So really, like if I'm working on Facebook, I'm really scrolling after so long. Mm-hmm. Or I'm watching some videos or something. Sorry, I'm trying to get ready too. But
no, you're fine.
Yeah, so I think that's good for those people who are really like trying to move up, you know. So sometimes you get that mindset like I gotta go, but really you're not getting the most bang for your buck because you're not prioritizing.
Yes, you have to balance your life. It can't just be all about Plexus. It just can't. because then you're going to get burnt out, and not only get burnt out when you're not getting the results you are expecting from going, that can get discouraging. Like while I was in Mexico, I didn't reach out to any old people because I didn't want to be on my phone a lot. And also I didn't have very good internet service. Like when I would get on Facebook, it would show like 3 posts and that was it. I couldn't keep scrolling and see other people's posts. I could only see 3. So if it didn't pop up, I didn't see it. And so, but I did reach out to some, especially when that 10% came out, I reached out to some old people. And today I kind of got discouraged because, you know, I got some responses that I wasn't expecting. Like one person had an allergic reaction to the pink drink. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know how to handle that, or what to really say to her because she has lupus and she has celiac. I think that's how you say it, disease. And so when she said she had an allergic reaction, I was like, oh, like, you know, because I really want to help her because I've seen her post and how much pain she's in and all that. And so to see that she had an allergic reaction kind of like, you know, kind of got me discouraged a little bit just because I don't know how to help her. Because if she's had an allergic reaction, I don't need her to take something. So, yeah. So you do have to take those breaks so you don't get discouraged and all that. And I like the activities that he does too, because it makes you really, like when you're reading and you pause and you start to really think and you let your mind think, man, I'll write down some stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I really think that. Because subconsciously, your subconscious is really what's holding you back. What holds me back in this business is because, you know, there are times when I'm like, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? You know, because I want to be like a diamond right now, which, you know, but then I have to sit back and think, no, this is a journey. It's a process. And God has a plan for me. God brought Plexus into my life for a reason, you know. So, and that was another thing he talked about goals. He says why a lot of people don't reach their goals is because they make impossible or unreachable goals. And I've had to go back and look at my goals that I made, and to sit here and say, like, I understand, like, some people have made diamond in a year, but that's not my journey. So, because I mean, I've already been in it for 2 years. So having to go back and saying, okay, I didn't make diamond in 2 years, but that's okay. I'm still going to get there eventually. And so, I don't know. I just really like the book because it really does make you think, and it makes your subconscious mind come out on paper because you do a lot of activities. Anything else? Nope. Nobody have any questions or want to say anything? Any good news? Anything going good?
Me.
Okay.
I finally, with the new pink drink, have started losing some weight, and I've lost 15 pounds in the last 4 weeks.
Oh,
girl, I can see it in your face. You look awesome.
Thank you.
awesome. Congratulations, girl.
Thanks. I was pretty excited to hit that goal or hit that mark today.
Heck
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I would too. I need to, I gotta do this detox tomorrow because Mexico. Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. I wouldn't go back to that resort though, but it was a lot of fun.
I signed up Kat's daughter's principal this week, so, and I've been working on her, and you guys probably don't know her specifically, but Emily Fennell, she's a diamond in the company. She even reached out to me, like she was so excited that like I'm getting some of the people I guess she's reached out to, but now they're signing up under me because she's not here anymore. So that's kind of exciting because she could get a lot of people to sign up if she likes the products.
That's awesome. I'm excited about that.
2 of my ambassadors signed up.
Say that
To what, hun?
again. It cut out.
I said 2 of my ambassadors signed up ambassadors under them.
Yes, that's
Yay.
amazing.
Isn't it weird when you start getting like a real working downline? You're like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
people are working now. That's awesome.
I had a conversation with one of Lynette's ambassadors when she was on the cruise, and that girl knows her stuff. Let me tell you.
Yes.
I
That's
mean,
awesome.
every ingredient, everything. Like I was like, oh goodness, you're testing me. But she knows a lot of people. So Lynette, you stay after that one. She just signed up her mama. Stay
I
after
know.
that one.
I'm
She's gonna be a
excited.
rock star. Rock star for real.
Not one of your ambassadors signed up somebody else too.
Huh?
One of your ambassadors just signed up somebody else too.
Oh, I know. I was talking to her. Yes. So
Yeah,
she's-
Carrie just signed up Rosa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
that's awesome. Well, maybe that girl that knows a lot of stuff, she can do a Zoom call on like different ingredients and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So get on
Well,
that, Lynette.
Get her on a call.
Yeah.
I kind of talked to her a little bit though, and she is saying she wants to see how the products help her, so she's not
Yeah.
all in yet, but
Yeah.
she's in enough that she's sharing, you know. So I
She's
didn't,
a runner, not a sprinter. That's cool.
I didn't want to overwhelm her by saying like, girlfriend, you just named all these products that or ingredients that I don't really know about. Out of all the ingredients, I just know it works. But she like her connections and that Jaden's juice guy, if he likes it,
Yeah.
whew,
Yeah,
it's
she's
gonna be good.
last I talked to her, she was going to be ordering the Triplex and X Factor for him. He's gonna try it with his friend. So
Awesome. Yeah, and she's one that also knows that it takes time. Like she tries
Right.
each product one at a time. Like she was doing the Slim for a while to where she could tell how she feels with the Slim. You know, like she's one of those that knows it doesn't happen overnight, which is
Right.
awesome.
which is good.
Yeah, because those ones that are like, I need my weight loss right now. You're like, oh well, you're not gonna last.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's so frustrating because they're usually the ones who have like true underlying health problems that you're like, would you just be patient?
Right.
Right.
A lot of times I just let those go. Like I'm like, if you don't really want to give in, like then don't sign up yet.
Yeah. If you're not ready to commit, then
Then don't. Yeah.
just wait till you're ready. So,
Right, and that also I think helps them have some respect for you too, knowing that like you're not trying to push something on them, that you
Right.
really believe in it.
Right. They're not just a paycheck.
yeah.
Because I have several of my ambassadors that signed up with me like a year ago who had turned off their backup orders, and like I reached out to them, I talked to them every day, but not always about Plexus, different stuff. Not every day, I just lied a lot. And they are back on it, you know, like they started again, and now several of them are saying they love it. So I just kept having to remind them consistency is key. You don't want to be consistent, it's your fault.
That's right.
Yeah.
Have you guys checked your email?
Yeah, with the 10% and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 10% and
Well,
15%.
10 and 15% that corporate sent out to your old
Yeah.
customers, ambassadors. Mhm.
What?
So
Yeah.
any of your old customers or ambassadors there's a time frame. If they're sending out an email to them and they sent you an email to which people they're sending it to, that they're offering them 10% or 15% off, depending on the person, to get them back in.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Oh, Plexus does that quite a bit. I need to follow up with those people.
So many good deals going on right now.
I'm having a texting conversation with one of them right now.
But my ambassadors have been so inactive for so long, like my old ones, that they didn't get that email.
I'm guessing mine didn't either because I didn't get an email.
Well, I know some people haven't gotten theirs. They're in the process, you know. Like,
Oh, okay.
Like,
It had to be ambassadors from January and then from March that bought 1 month but didn't buy the next or something like that. But it tells you all the details in the email.
Yeah. And then they send it to customers too. Old customers.
Yeah, your old preferreds, I think.
Yeah. So that's good as well. But no, they'll.
I got to get my PV up too
I do
for this
Leaders
contest, leaders retreat. Got to get on it. Got to get on it.
I'm not nearly where I want to be with it, but I'm more along than I was at this point last